Hello, it's Emma Jo here from Lavinia Stamps, and today in this video we're going to be making this card. So this is Walk Your Path and it features a spooky house. Let's get started. I'm using a multifarious card, and the first thing I'm going to do is prepare the coloured background. So I'm going to grab my Elements Ink Sundance and a size 9 stencil brush. And I'm preparing the sky. Now, Elements Ink Russet Orange, and add a touch of that around the outside. So if you like, the top 3 edges. Now grab yourself a piece of paper and I'm just going to rip it. So I'm taking that edge, lining it up so that I can just see the edge of the yellow and the russet orange. And I'm going to take some Della Blue and very lightly add some Della Blue by brushing down from the ripped paper onto a section of the card. Then I'm going to create a little bit of a hill by putting that at an angle, moving it down a bit, and we're going back in with violet chalk, again an Elements Ink, and we're just creating not exactly rolling hills but certainly a hilly vista. And I'm going to use mulberry this time. I'm not left-handed, so I am going to turn that around. So I'm brushing that down again to the card. Okay. Going back to Della Blue, again with our straight edge, and we'll go at an angle like that. And this might be a little bit darker than we used before. And then we're going to finish that off by just taking some russet orange, because I like to balance the top with whatever is happening at the bottom. Now I'm going to add a little bit of violet chalk. So this is a size 3 stencil brush. And we'll just fill in that gap there. And add a little bit more mulberry. Again with that size 3 brush. Following the line that we had before. Super. Now let's do some stamping, shall we? So take your spooky house and ink it up with Versafine Clair Nocturne and place it in a central position. There we go. Next we're going to add Vine Branch, and we're going to again ink this up in Versafine Clair Nocturne, and I'm just going to lie it along the bottom here. And we will build this frame up just by using the top half. If you twist and turn each time you stamp, you get a lovely variation. And now, taking the Tree of Dreams, and this is for the top part of the frame. I'm going to use Magic Swirl and I'm going to ink it up in Portobello, and we want to just make it magical. And that's what this Magic Swirl's all about, creating a little bit of magic. And softening that line. But now we start to put in extra little colours. So here's my blue atoll. And I'm going to use the ink that's already in the lid with a little bit of water and the smallest watercolour paintbrush, and add the colour around the house. If you want the colour to be a little bit darker, just use it straight from the ink pad. And we're going to create a path now. And what I love with this is the idea that this path goes down one bit of the hill and then comes up over another bit. Now take your size 9 stencil brush and your Sundance, and we're going to add some yellow behind the house. So I've got my size 9 stencil brush and some Elements Ink Mulberry, and I'm going around the outside. So grab your Posca pen and add some aqua green to these lovely leaves or buds on this vine branch stamp. Take your Mondelez watercolour pencils. I've gone from a mid-blue and I'm going to highlight opposite sides of this path. I'm going to take my sparkly Posca and add some circles around the orbs that I created. Not all of them, some of them, because that gives a lovely sparkle to it. So if we lift that up, you can see that there's some lovely sparkle going on. Add a touch of a darker colour, and this is my size 3 stencil brush with some blue on it. We're going to add the frame, so grab your size 3 stencil brush and your dark denim. If you darken your corners and work your way out from there. I'm going to add some pink accents, and then I'm going to turn the lights on in the house and I'll show you how I do that. So I'm just adding little dots around all of these buds. Or if it looks a bit crowded, I'm missing some of the buds out, so just accentuate some of them. So I've done that and I've given it a quick blast with my heat tool just to speed up the drying process. Grab some pink fab foil and lay it over the dots that you've made, and it will pick up all these lovely little details. There we go. Now you can see all those lovely sparkly bits. Nothing like an extra bit of bling. Now, to put the lights on in the house, we're going to use a quickie glue pen and just dot in the window. Now I'm going to use some Gold Wow fab foil and put the lights on so that when I pick that up, it sparkles too. Magic, I think. Absolute magic. So let's add some dots around the magic swirl, the mystic swirl that we used. Give that a quick dry. Take the gold fab foil again. Now let's add those words for the finishing touch. So if you get your sentiment stickers 7, we are looking for the phrase, walk your path. And cut off the extra space at the front and at the end and cut the words into their own individual words. And don't try and do this in a straight line. It looks so much more effective if we follow the line of the path. Now, grab that mid-blue pencil that we used before, shade underneath and up 2/3 of the side. And this will make your words pop. To smooth that colour out, if you take the small watercolour brush that we've been using, add some water underneath and create your shadow. And then, my friends, we have done it. Thank you very much for coming along and having a go with me. I hope you've enjoyed making this Walk Your Path card. If you've got any comments that you'd like to leave, please just pop them in the post below and I will do my best to get back in touch with you as soon as I can. But in the meantime, my friends, you have fun walking your path. You take care. Bye.